Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, people. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? It's been a while. I know it's been a hot minute. It's York minute, as they say. Yeah, man. Back with a. I know you're gonna ask me where have you been, how you guys been. I hope you guys are well. You guys are active again. It's been a while, man. Let me get my bad borings together. Like it's been so long. So if I make a couple of mistakes, I already know it's the SS way. And yeah, it's actually I don't know, man. I feel like I'm nervous. I don't know. Like I used to do this like all the time, like 3-4 times a week. But now it's kind of crazy now, And welcome Somali speakers. And then you already know what time it is. I don't know where to start. I really don't know where to start. Let's start from Hassan's first year to start. So this is a topic that in our panel and our little group chats that we've been discussing. It's been an interesting with somewhere else, but big up some of the brothers and sisters. Big up my brothers as well in the group chat. Kind of guided me and said, you know what, it's been a year since this guy's been in charge. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Wanag because I feel like Hassan's done a lot of Wanag. Yes, best. And put up Abdi Shakur. Man. There's a lot I agree with that sentiment. I agree with a lot of that. Again, I'm from, so when I see a lot of changes since 1991, you're right. You're right, my brother. You're right, and I've seen we've been actually go different type of platforms. We've been discussing Sheikh Mohaumed, and my personal opinion. Let me throw it out there before anyone else says it. I think he is. I think he's a great president. I think he's someone that what I like about him. I'm not gonna be honest. I think, and I'm gonna say this is from a non-biased, objective point of view. I'm gonna say this straight up. He's the best public speaker, and I've said this. I think he's the best public speaker. The president's on the peninsula. I think when he speaks, he's captivating, and you are dabbling, public speaking and again. But it's been a little while, so hopefully my skills with you guys. But I'd say what Hassan Sheikh has got, and I've seen a lot of positives. I've seen the security. There's a video that from when his first challenges were, and welcome back, guys. It's been a long time. A couple of changes, man. What I've seen is, I think he's promised on some of the stuff that he's delivered on. From my own personal objective, like I said, I think he's the best public speaker I've seen in Peninsula, and that says a lot. Yes, Big Joe in the building. Salam, my brother. Welcome. Salam, my brother. Long time. I love seeing comments like this. I love seeing the people engaged, still here. Long time, my bro. Salam, Uncle Salam, Kalbika. Yeah, I think I think he's great at public speaking. I think his confidence, I see you. Come on, legend in the love, my family tree, family from the heart, my brother. You are coming from big up yourself, my brother. You get me? This is one of the brothers that actually kind of encouraged me for the last. Khalid, you need to get back to we need it back. And I thought, you know what? And sometimes you need that motivation from your brothers and sisters, especially like to get you back into what you're great at or what you're good at, and hopefully we could learn. Development, that's the main personal thing, man. I've been through a lot of personal developments myself, It wasn't easy, but that's not easy catering to mother Somali, hopefully we could do what we can. And, sometimes leave a comment, improve on. We're here for criticism as well. We take that on the chest. We're here for as well. So yeah, man. So like I was saying, yeah, man. I feel like Abdi Shakur summed it up 1991. A lot of brothers and sisters saying he is so far the ruin. Public speaking. I think one thing really good and I really respect it and I really admire what he's doing so far. It's actually that he's doing is tackling the security crisis. I think me and my brother Dapple ago a couple of times on the stream as well. I feel like one of the main things with my brothers and sisters again, admika. I've always said that. I've always said once there's and people are safe and they're confident, Msuliyata, he's the guy. Who says something else as well? Let me see what he says as well. I'm gonna put the link up in the chat for you guys. You get me? Who says, yeah, he's been fighting against the war against El Shabaab, he's one of the yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, he's doing what he's delivering. It's been a little while, so I'm gonna pin that up as well. So yeah, click on, jump on, have they say the SS way, or we could break down something. This is a day that I really wanted to discuss as well. Like I saw this video and I said, this is what topics you know I'm coming from, especially e.g. the Iran and cool coming from, as there was a recent. Again, this is what I love about Somali speakers. People are giving. I didn't know. I didn't know about that myself, my brother. You get me? So again, about that. Let's dadkii ku dhintay Ilaahay wuxuu u gargaaro samir ya iman. There's a lot of work to do, Abdi Shakur. Like I'm saying, there's a lot of work to do, especially Haga Admika. He's actually tackling it as the best as of what I've seen. From what I've seen so far, I think the best possible solution. He's tackling it, and step by step, built in a day. And to get back on track, it's going to take us, like everyone's as well. I feel like it's going to take us a little while. And the chat, I don't even know how this works. Let's see. Let me pin up this. It's been so long. I need to dust myself up and get back onto the mountain. There you go. The link's been pinned up. Anyone that wants to join, links in the chat for you pinned up. Yeah. Less upon the hack. Last time I saw him was, he's in his place, man. Let's upon the hack. He's at his place. You know where he's at. Allah, I've seen his channel grow. I've seen it all over TikTok. Keeps doing his. That's one of my brothers. Like a special brother for us. MashaAllah. May Allah bless that brother. You don't know his channel. There it is. Let's unite upon the hack. Go to it and and that's what I love about the brother. He stuck to what he wants to do. So, seen him, Joe. I mean, it's been a while with him as well. Now, Abdi Shakur says, so, man, this is SS. We're going to make we're used to that right now. We're used to that. You get all the main thing is, again, subscribe, like button to get the reach out there. That's you lot's job as the viewers. But like I said, there's this interesting video, and this is one thing that I wanted to discuss. I thought I was gonna, but like I said, some of the brothers were urging for more of a nuanced conversation, making see and Garcia. So this is one video that I wanted to see. Hope you guys can see it. Let me put myself down there, and yeah, let me mute up. Let's hit it up. Let's see what's going on. It's a thing that I like. And when I saw this, I thought, you know what, boom, this is. and it got a lot. You know, there's a lot of sticking points to this conversation. There's a lot of for it. Some people are against it. I don't know why. Like I said, us guys up in the north, we've had this for the biometric system. This is what I wanted to get into, but we're going to get into a lot more. We're going to see, strengthening Somalia's security as well. This is when he first jumped in, when he was speaking to. And anything else, guys, if you've got any links or anything that you guys want to see come through, don't be shy. You could just come on, press the link, put the link in the chat. I'll play it up for you guys. Not copyright. I don't want to say it, but we are going to be a bit lost in words. So let's see what this video is saying, and let's break it.
This is Somalia's first application and registration exercise in 3 decades. President Hassan Sheikh Mohaumed and his Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre became the first citizens issued with the new badges. The National Identification and Registration Agency plans to reach the Somalis within the next 3 years.
We are planning to enroll 15 million in the end of 2026. We prepared all the necessary strategy to achieve that target. We are starting in the capital city, then we'll expand other federal member states, and our end goal is to have office in this country.
Somalia's National Citizen Registry ceased to in the 1990s following the breakout of the Civil War. This posed a big challenge conducting formal businesses, particularly the private sector. The system comes as a big relief for them, especially for the financial sector.
I think it is one of the main challenges that the financial sector, the general and the financial sector, especially has been facing for the last few years. The national ID will help improve a customer, as Somalia is one of the countries that is to deal or to be connected into the financial institutions. This one will decrease the burden and increase efficiency in our systems. It will be one of the main milestones in waiting a long time.
The Somali government says once completed, the digital system will pave the way for authorities, census, and later issue voting cards to voters for use in future elections.
The national ID system will enable the citizens to practice and exercise rights. As we all know, there are upcoming elections in our country, which will involve council elections to federal states towards presidential polls. Before that, to conduct a census and then hold elections to advance our democracy and governance.
intaas ka hor waxaynu u baahannahay dadkeenu in registration loo sameeyo.
Inadequate security is one of the main challenges that those rolling the new registration face. However, the Somali government has pledged to ensure that all will enjoy equal rights.
The Pakistani National Database and Registry will provide all the technical support and funding needed for this process between the two governments in 2018. Ahmed Kahi, CG.
Yes, brother. Yeah. Just give me a second. Let me just pause this. I'm hearing some other back that. Faz, my family tree, man. Like Faz. Yeah, we're back, my brother. Come on, G. We've been back. We've been back. We've it's been a while It's been a while. But like I said, progress. This is what I love about the progress. You know, progress is amazing. It's been well. I love the system. Like I said, it was something that I was like, you know what, taken back, but more as well. Like I never, like I said, I learned something new every day through these streams. Like I never knew Pakistan. Help big up the Pakistani government. Some strange reason, but you know, mashallah, I love that. See Muslim nations working together to each other. It's a good sign. That's always a good sign. But yeah, but what guys? What do you guys think? What does it mean to you guys? Like, I want to know in the chat. I want to know when ID card system, because there's been a lot of, you know, ups and downs. Well, so I was thinking to myself, isn't this a positive thing to identify people? The financial sector, it'd be a lot easier for you to get out your money, if especially, you know, we're a nation that, you know, does remitting, gets its money sent for back home, here, abroad. Yeah, just a lot. There's a lot to that one. I think that's what I always have to, you know, praise people, you know. Soomaalida waxaan ku xumnahay markaad wanaag don't like to praise each other, but you know, we're a bit different on this type of side. You know? We like to praise everyone crafts, you know. And I think that's a good step. Like ID cards is a brilliant step, it's a brilliant way forward. Like I said, one of the main things I think my brother Abdi Shakur highlighted to us early in the chats is he's been at the forefront of this. He's been at the forefront. I think, like, you know, you gotta look at President's manifesto when he first spoke about. We've got a nice little video about strengthening Somali securities, and this was a concern. Can Hassan deliver on this? He's got a lot of obstacles. You know how it's not easy. It's not easy being a man in charge. It's always a bit difficult, and he's coped well. I think he's coped well. And again, I'm coming from a non-biased, you know, coming from, you know, as a man from the land. I really think he's doing amazing. I think he's doing it well. About time that, you know, sometimes you gotta praise a man when he's doing things well. And like a lot of stuff went down. Unfortunately, something happened. Like I said, Abdul Shakur gonna look into. Hopefully, like I say, you know, we've got Instagram, our Facebook, it's all over the place. We're on TikTok as well. You know, if you guys can message me more information, because information is key, and spread the wrong information. So if something did happen, we would like to be on top of that and speak incidences, because the more we speak, the more solutions come out. Always says SS is a solution-based channel. It's always been a solution-based channel, and that's what we like to mainly focus on. So again, there's another aspect that this is saw recently. There's a great speech that I saw recently as well. Well, let me see what this speech is about. So let me try to share the screen. You guys, hopefully it's there. Out for you guys there as well. So hopefully you guys can see. And this is a speech that I saw recently as well. When I saw this speech, I thought to myself, And this was about exactly a year ago. Funnily enough, give or take a couple of days, couple of weeks. It was exactly a year ago and he made this speech, and there's a lot of stuff that I feel like he's kind of delivered on. But yeah, again, like I said, I'm always willing to hear different sides of the story. So guys, let me know.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, guests, it's truly a great honor and privilege to be a strong and persuasive argument that shows of containment and degrading of terrorism no longer enough, of convincing you that we can all only truly be safe by defeating terrorists and terrorism in any means possible. Better for me to make this, thank you, where better for me to make this important and timely case than the renowned Center for Strategic and International Studies right here in Washington, D.C. It is indeed a pleasure to be back in CSIS. I last participated in the statement forum in January 2013. The future of governance of Somalia. At that time, there was no Somalia. Today, like 2013, my argument, Somalia has become a long way from a period of state collapse and lawlessness. We still have further to go and still face many challenges as we strive to stand tall and firmly on our 2 feet. I cannot imagine how broad the Somali people are and how throughout our we have sought to stand firm and tall against all orders, even on each other, which we now deeply regret what we have done in the past. Somalia's most important challenge today to achieve its political and socio-economic is to end the repetitive saga of international terrorism in our soil, which has now been dragging for over 15 years. 15 years and uncertainty is just too long and strengthening Somalia's security and that of the wider region and world require thinking and strategies to end the scourge of terrorism. Excellencies, distinguished guests, our government, like some others in Africa, is on the front of international terrorism within some parts of our country. Al-Shabaab, which is Al-Qaeda's most successful affiliates, and ISIS are active, attempting to violently and criminally undermine the peaceful development aspirations and efforts of the Somali people. While ISIS is new and small in Somalia, the fundamental question that we must ask ourselves after 15 years of the fight against terrorism, with billions of dollars and countless lives tragically lost and even more traumatized, is Al-Shabaab still alive? Let's pause for a moment and think. 15 years of war against international, billions of dollars spent, countless lost. And this is despite the Somali government's actively fighting for the full 15 years and now fighting against ISIS too with ferocity and commitment. What is it that's missing? International security strategies. Where have we gone wrong? How do we fix this untenable situation that we were in for the last? Having survived 3 attempts on my own life by Al-Shabaab, I do reflect on the matter of these vile groups survival and seriously. We must all do the same too, because repeating policies and strategies against an even evolving, chill terror is not only a waste of time, resources, and effort, it will continue to expose our wider world to even greater danger, which threatens our life and the policy of containment, keeping Al-Shabaab inside Somalia so that they will not spill over countries and to the outside world, was one of the policies that have been used for the last. We have been arguing that this is not good policy for a long time. And recently it has been proven that Al-Shabaab cannot be contained within of Somalia, because Al-Shabaab is an organization based on ideology. And ideology has no border and has no citizenship. Recent neighboring countries proves that the containment policy.
Yeah, like I said, there's some great points that you raised. I never knew 4 attempts. 4 attempts on the guy's life. It's a bit crazy. I never knew that. Really. Like I always say, I'm always here, like just like and just listening, and I think basically I want to know what you guys think as well. I want to know what since I know it's only been a year so far, but I think, like I said, praise is due. I think bounds, and I think Somali when they're doing something wanag, and I think like 4 different attempts on his life. That's a bit mad there. It's a bit crazy, but anyway. Thought to myself, yeah, Nika, and he's still persistent and he's still doing his thing. You have to give his flowers to him. Big up Hassan Sheikh for that. Anyway, let's carry on.
Does not deliver what it was supposed to. Then there was a second policy used in Al-Shabaab in terms of military, in terms of capability. This was much better than the containment policy. But Shabaab has developed a coping mechanism. When you destroy today a training camp, quick time the training camp is there intact again. When you kill a leader within the Shabaab ranks, is replaced is more extremist than the one we eliminated. It's not delivering the ultimate goal for the degrading of Al-Shabaab. In that line, so we need to think now. Yes, it is a bit difficult. Countries, states, governments to change strategies, to change approaches. We go through a very difficult where many of our political leaders same way that some of us see. So it is an uphill battle that. So now, after 15 years, we have a change of paradigm shift for a new strategy, new policy. We will take whatever we see was useful in the containment policy and in the degrading policy. Policy and degrading policy, they have one pillar that is common, pillar or variable that's common among the two. That two policies, they were only military based, fighting with Al-Shabaab, with the arsenal and technology. So that's, I will not say this is useful or we don't need it. Yes, we need it. What I'm arguing is that it's not enough. We need to add the variables so that something new comes. And then we have to be agile and change our tactics easily. Otherwise, they developing mechanism and they will react and it will not harm the way we want it to harm. So we have a very mobile in terms of fighting Al-Shabaab, and we add the equation. The military we're still using most important pillar in the fight against Al-Shabaab as of now. But there are two more dimensions, which is ideological war. Since people, we are one ethnic group, we have one language, and we have one religion, Islam. Yes, we are Somalis, one ethnic group, but we are divided within the we are clans, sub-clans, and we have loyal to the clans and sub-clans more than the nation. So although we have homogeneous in that level, then we are divided within. But the faith, Islam, we are not divided. We are Muslims, Sunni Muslims, Shafi'i school of thought. We all are. Yes, we have a problem since we lacked a government religion from external.
Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep breaking up until some of the brothers going up, but because it's a long speech. But I wanted to answer some of the Appa asked a very powerful question. But people need to ask who. That's the main question. I like that bit. And where they're from, what regions. But brother, long time. Big up Abdi Yusuf in the family. Long time. Walalke. I ain't seen you for a hot minute. He said, yo, it's an ideology. And they didn't come from a certain region or area. I think that's what he wanted to put. Let me see what else he's put in. He's doing it. Yep. And we need to put. Exactly. I've been saying that. I've been saying this for a long minute. Who's this? Barawa updates. Welcome. This another bra. I think it is. And now there are not Somalis. Know what that means, man? Don't know what that means, my brother. I really don't know what you're coming from. That's an interesting point of view. Bring up my brother, GE, my brother. He's the most influential leader has been. I've said this. I wish you could go back, my brother. Like I said, go back to the stream earlier. And his flowers. Like I said, he's done an amazing job. And one thing that I personally love, and I've said this time and time again, I'm not gonna. You already know what team I'm on. He is the best public speaker. Regions from Djibouti, Somaliland, Somalia, Bootland, whatever, Jubaland. Speaking wise, I think Hassan is the best. Waxaan haysano, especially after Somali markuu ku hadlayo. They are sharing xogeero improvements but we could do a little bit more improvement on future leaders. But for me, what I see is and the work. You have to put. He has been putting the work. We've been debating this in our WhatsApp. We've been talking about this for a hot minute. Been on different platforms, and guys, whether some people hate or love it, I feel like Hassan Sheikh is doing the best job. But now that updates, I would like you to elaborate, Walolo, if you can elaborate on that. You just claimed up and Ali's. Okay, that's to do with the IDs. Earlier I was talking about that, the ID. We were having that conversation. But if you could come up and explain more of what you said, Benandiris are not Somalis. I really want to hear that. I want to. So the links in the chat. It's up there. It's pinned up. I think it's pinned up. Yep, it's pinned up here. So if you come in and elaborate what you're saying. But I think the ID cards are necessary. And the system of getting the ID cards, I had a video, but I can't find it. But it's the same. I think it's. And basically, you need to go to Ugaska, the card, and if you're not from, I had a couple of brothers and sisters from Somali Galbert that was kind of angry as well. A conversation, I think this was about prior 2-3 days ago. They were telling me, well, basically, NFD and you're born over there, you don't get the ID cards, but to claim you're not Somali, it's very profound the thing that you just said. I would have your say, but I don't know. I haven't heard nothing of ill thoughts that he said over there as well. But I think this, and again, this video was about a year ago. It's about strengthening the security issue. I think he's done a lot. He's done a lot because I remember a couple of years ago, I think G was like, we stood there and we reported around about 40 to 80 bombings in a sort of in the space of 3 to 4 years. I don't see that in Mogadishu no more. Brother Abdi Shakur said something happened in Beledweyne. I'm not sure about that. So I don't want to be commenting as much as I can, but he's done a lot of improvement. The Somali regions have acknowledged what the work he's doing. So yeah. And G replied back to you. How did he say it about? I don't know. Gee, I'm gobsmacked. I want to know what Bernardo update is saying. He or he can come up and actually clarify more of the comment that, because I feel blanket statement was scary. And we, on the Somali speakers, we don't like to do blanket statement. We don't vibes with that. We don't vibes in blanket statements. So we'd like to see what you're saying. What does that mean? When did he say it? Where is the evidence? You could come up a link if you've got any evidence in the private channel. You get where I'm coming from, Walala. So yeah. You get where I'm coming from.
Yes, my brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, I think you've missed the first bit of the segment. We did cover the ID cards, but you're replying to this comment because this comment stood out for me as well. I think one year, but I'm
No, I
right
want
now.
to know. I want to know. Like, does it mean Banadiri people outside of Somalia?
Yeah,
Because Hassan Sheikh's talking about people inside the seven, innit? If you're outside
yeah,
the seven, he's saying that you're gonna have to use evidence. You have to bring evidence in it to claim you're Somali. You get it? What
yeah, which is right. Which is,
matter?
like I said to you, you know where I come from anyway. Yeah, you know what region I'm from anyway. Yeah, so we had ID cards about 6-7 years ago. Ogaska, the one who took it. It's not an easy procedure. You think like me, you could, like, for example, if me and you in Mogadishu, you think we could just roll down here. Idadi wa'ayo, ina ayata hai, hage degen tahai. I feel like this is a
Even
big step to security.
Puntland has ID cards.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, so that's where it is. No one can really be upset with me. And on top of that, it's gonna help out with the telecom as well. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's gonna
actually
help out.
know. We're gonna actually know like who's who and how and what's the population of everyone you get.
Mm-hmm.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Abdi Yusuf said ID cards. I think it's a great step forward for
It's a very good
security
call.
wise. Think about it. Gulet, I'm sorry, my brother. G. Haga la'agta. I mean, Haga because the other guy, if you go, like I said, if you got a little bit of time, see what the brother was saying on actually pushing the project. Or like he said, financially, we had a lot of people. It's a bit of a idea the our way. Always, it's a mission. Benefits to having ID cards, especially if you're voting as well.
There you go.
As consensus, we can know country. What are your? Because one issue that I feel like a lot of my brothers and sisters did suffer from it. People just coming in and doing madnesses. Now, card, what are you? Yes, I produce your ID card. I think this is an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Mm.
The thing otherwise is just trying to keep Somali in the dark ages. We
Some
need a
people,
national ID card.
you need a national.
people-
Come on, think about it.
the
We live in the
people
UK,
that-
bro. Come on.
What I understand from the people that are scared, the people that are scared of this ID card are the people that are majority outside of the seven. You get it? You understand?
But if
That's
you're
what it is.
outside the seven, you live in okay, we're talking about the NFD and the Somali bed, right?
No, that's not the only place that's outside the seven. Like even the West.
Yeah, even the West, even Dhaka West again.
Yeah.
With the diasporas, I don't think really diasporas. I think majority of them want to see this, but I think there's a lot of minority groups, especially the people point. I'd hate to say this point, whatever. They have a lot of issues with this ID card. Like I've been saying, I don't think a lot of people are national. What's it called? National Citizens of the state. That's it. Fucking hell, it's a tongue twister. Sorry about that. Pardon my Somali, but yeah. But what's this guy said? Professor Johar explained it. How do you have to live in Somalia for 2 years?
Yeah, that was,
Yep.
that was that as well. Yeah. Not only live in
What do you think?
Somalia, you have to pay tax like in Somalia. You get it? To
Mm.
be able to vote or access the amenities that Somali, like ethnic Somalis can. I've heard
Oh,
about that one still.
okay.
That's
I
even
kind
better
of
though.
see.
That's even better.
So you're saying, for example, me and you, Hammer Bantagne, we can't just get this to be there for minimum 2-year term, or
Yeah, I think it's a
is
minimum 2 years. And I think like the other ways, like I know Kof could maintain it, like little guys or Sudan or you get it.
yeah.
I say they come Somali, you get it.
ممكن وأنا هبل عنو كيمي Yankee أقل خاطر ولا لا هذي. Of course, that's the way how all ID. That's
No,
a
but I
good
think
way
after
as well.
yeah, but I think after that they gotta write you off a tax code, everything, you get it. They expect you to contribute after that, I think, which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing. Up to you know, Somali حكومة ما نين يحولي زارتي باكر حصة. You need to be involved in the mix. You need to be there. And what's this saying?
You're like, yeah, if your parents were born in Somalia, you could prove it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. But do you think, but not, I hate to say this, but the name says it all, was it Barawa update? Do you think a lot of the minority something against this? Do you think they're going to be, do you think that they're being marginalized?
Yeah, but how though? How, bro? This is gonna help later on in a one man, one vote. You get it? You have ID badges. You get it? Everyone's gonna know what fucking. You get it? That time, it's like you get it? It's only gonna help in the long run. Like even the marginalized ones. You get it?
Yeah.
You understand? I don't think it doesn't. The ID badges ain't got the Khabil's name on it as well. It's just got the city you were born in or what city that that's it.
That's it. And
You
it's
were born
not
in
that's
you get it?
a bad thing as well. It's not really a bad thing as well, my brother. Do you get what I'm coming from?
No,
Not
you
really
have
a
to have
bad thing.
national. You have to have an ID, bro. National ID, bro.
Yeah. No. Oh, wait. Sorry. Let me just go back to. Yeah, like I said, let me see what Faz is saying. Oh, Faz put something out there. Let's see what Big Abdi Yusuf saying.
That's exactly what I was hitting at earlier, and it will affect the NFT and the DDS, you get it? Because outside the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's gonna. I'm gonna like inherit it's really gonna affect Darod people more than minorities, isn't it? Because they're the ones that are in the DDS and NFT more than anyone else, you know, like that.
Yeah, that's true. But what if part of the 7 and you don't live inside the 7? What do you expect?
This is more for people that want to play both sides of two nations. You get it? Reap the benefits of like Kenya and Somalia, and Ethiopia and Somalia. You get it? That needs to get cancelled out. You get it?
And I think it's necessary. Like I said, it's necessary. I think it's got to do with a lot of the admin, the security. There's a lot to this.
Of course it does.
If we be brutally honest.
How you gonna have someone? There's people that want to get jobs in Somalia that had jobs in Ethiopia government. You get it? That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense. Why this can never affect this can't affect Somali citizens that live in Somalia. This just affects everyone that lives outside.
For them, Runtoman accent. It's for the citizens that do live there. Do you get? I'm coming from and especially like I say, I think Hassan Sheikh president. And I kind of respect it. In this year, let's get back to the topic. G is one of the brothers that actually introduced up one of the main things that I wanted to discuss. What do you think? As a brother from Galmudug, what do you think?
Hassan Sheikh's first year.
What do you think his first year in charge?
I reckon he's been the most progressive leader we've had in fucking decades, bro. Sorry for swearing.
Yeah.
You understand? You can see the improvements he's made already. Look at Hamarullah. And the peace that's going on hasn't been there for 15 years. Going on almost 2 decades, you get it?
Gee, I remember when we started this journey on Somali speakers. There was about a period, our first 2 years, there was literally about nearly inside Mogadishu alone.
There you go. Remember,
Within that space of 2 years. But I
we
have,
started off with 1 bombing, and then we got up to how much again?
so about 40 something, my marinate was counting.
I think by the time Formaggio finished, we were running at 58 bombings that happened at Hamel alone. Some of the biggest ones, like Sobi, you get it? Understand?
And
So
look, we don't want.
to say that Hassan Sheikh hasn't had an impact, a positive impact, then you're lying. You're lying. Listen, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, you're lying. Because I feel like Mogadishu, it's the construction. It's amazing. The flourishing of the people. That's number one. Comes down to ADMI. As long as there's safety, people are gonna come back in drones.
I invest.
I heard this and it's more investment means more jobs. I feel like one of the key things of his manifesto, I remember when he first came in, I think we did a stream when Hassan first became president, I think last year or something. I think that was our last stream or something, and manifesto was security. He kept emphasizing security. And I hate to, I love to say this. He's delivering.
He's not
He's
lying.
delivering.
Listen, we cannot do business with anyone in the world. We cannot tap into our resources. We cannot even fill our ports to their capacity unless there's security. No one want to put money into a place where anything can happen at any time, bro. You get your money ain't safe. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna invest in that. So Hassan Sheikh realized we got all this petrol, we have all this uranium, we have all these gemstones, all this livestock, we have the longest and the most fertile coast. Just our sand alone, we can make probably millions from making glass. You get it? We have everything. We have different terrain.
Untouched.
We have everything the nation needs.
Uranium as well.
And
largest second untapped.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And all this needs to be sold. How can I sell it if everyone is scared to come here?
That's true.
So you have to fix the security.
G, what do you think about this comment right now that Abdi to put up? Some people are saying that Hassan Sheikh is only liberating Hawiya. We will see if he carries on to the Konfur Galbed and Jubada Hossein. What do you think?
That's a good statement. And my answer to that is the places that Shabab has focused on and put majority of their energy into has always been Hawiya land. Understand? Everyone knows if you want to fight a war, you have to dislodge the enemy from the strongest points. You get it? Whether it's taking the higher ground that they're sitting on, invading their trenches and their barracks, cutting off the power supply. So the first place that we have to attack Shabab is where? Hawiya territories.
It's the stronghold. It has to be where the stronghold is.
That's where they got majority of that's where the Shabab got majority of their taxes from. That's the places they attacked the most. That's some of the places that they held the most. So those places need to be cleared out first.
What do you think about this?
And on top of that,
Abdi Yusuf said right now as well. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
And on top of that is it's not only Hassan Sheikh's effort. People forget this is a joint effort from the locals and the army and Hassan Sheikh. You get it? So the people of Jubal and Konfurta, and Konfurta, inshallah, wala kaina yakan awal also sa'lam. It's a guarantee to on our way there. You get it?
Gee, we got another comment from the brother Abdi Yusuf. He says if he carries on liberates Konfurka, Galbed, Jubal Hosa, then I'll believe he's that. Okay.
Fair enough. That's a good start. That's not a bad start.
What did Abdi Shakur say? Al Shabaab is everywhere, and Central Somalia is where most east. Like G said, their stronghold is in certain areas. From Tawana,
Why aren't Darod fighting with Hawiyas to liberate Somalia? Why aren't Puntland? That's a totally different subject. I need Darod, I can't answer for them. I personally can't answer for them. But
Can't
it's
as
more
well.
Mahim. Yeah, but it's more Mahim. I'll be honest right now. It's more Mahim for Hawiyas to get up and liberate Hawiya land today. That's
It's
the
about
truth.
time. It's about time.
Yeah, so I'll give them that excuse. I can't answer for them. I don't know. They chose to fight a Kabyle war in the north. I'll say Hawiya have to liberate Hawiya lands. You get it? What's the next one?
The next one is
Middle Jabal. No, that's one of their main bases. Kalmadugan, Beledwin are strongholds. There you go. But that's a good point. Thank you, Abdi Yusuf.
Abdi Shakur said, yeah, Galmudogan, Beledwin are strong, but he's doing it. Well,
I think
again, I'm from a non-biased stance.
I think after Hamar, one of the most bombed areas are probably the Beledwin, to be honest. You get it? But it's gonna happen, inshallah. That's where Ka'ayan. We need the people of comfort, you get it? Or the jailers, the Galchels, the Jidlers, the Wahasan, the Ka'an, you get it? Hawadla already there, are ready for it. Inshallah, that's Ka'ayo and the SMA, you get it? With Kasharayan, you know, like that. These people on the back foot, they're getting desperate. That's where we say that. It's gonna happen, inshallah.
Inshallah, and I feel like I said, Hassan, he came to a place, and one of his main manifestos was Wallah safety, and to make sure the South is safe. One of the main threats you have to, whether it's in Hankan, if it's in the Jubba Horse, if it's in the main central parts.
You know what? Had right now, every nation that tries to take another, or any group that tries to take anything from another nation, where did they aim for? They aim for the transportation routes. They aim for where they get the commerce from. They aim for the power supplies, and they aim for the fertile areas. Why? You choke the country will have to submit. There's no different to what Shabab done. Shabab hit the most important places, the most strategic places, and the places where the money is. And it happened to be Hawiya territories. You understand? Them things, they don't care about Kabyle. Every single Kabyle is in Shabab. We have the Kabyle Maha.
That's ideology.
There you go. So when they're attacking Hawiya, it's because of these things. If Hawiya's never lived in these places, Hawiya will not be getting bombed the most, I think. If the Arad lived in Hawiya areas, and Hawiya lived in Puntland, same thing will be happening to the Arad. It's because of where you are there. For the sun. It's where you're situated. You get it?
This brother said, Abdi Shakur said he's a Hawad there, and I've seen that the war against decreased, the bombings in Mogadishu almost to,
Broadcast. That's my Ma'awisla brother, bro.
Ma'awisla, I like, big up the Ma'awislas, man. Come on.
What?
We got all love for the Ma'awislas.
Hawad has always been legends, but 2023, Tariq Ali had it again, bro. These man killed Shabab with guns, madfa, and midi, bro. The man was cutting off heads, bro.
Come on.
Legends. Ali Jet is one of my favorite people in Somalia right now.
Like Faz said, he goes, big up my I don't like to say that word, Qorqor.
Qorqor, yeah.
Yeah, for being almost assassinated. Of course, big him up.
Before bigging him up, big up the two boys that saved his life, bro.
Yeah.
He like them to enough, you get it? May Allah be pleased with them.
I mean. That's what it is. And who's shout out Ali?
Shout out Ali Jet. Ali Jet. That's what? Ali Jet is a national hero right now, bro.
Who is he, if you don't mind me asking?
Hawala, bro. He's been frontline for this war against Shabab from the first minute. This guy was doing trench warfare against Shabab before anyone was.
Yeah.
Ali Jet is a legend.
He used to be. Someone said Abdi Yusuf.
No. Somalia is done with having war veterans and generals as leaders, bro. Khalas. We need educated, forward-thinking people. You get it? that are patriots and to take the
I was
world.
having the same conversation with my lot as well. Like, I think like we're tired of the war. We're tired of ex-jabhadis being in
Yeah.
Bahrain.
Done.
It's done. It's done.
We need
Done
leaders that are
now.
gonna bring us into the 21st century. And look, we're still in the 20th century, but we're catching up to the 20th century.
Oh no. Like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's gonna take time.
It was destroyed in a, you know, the full saying is Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was destroyed in one.
So at the end of the day, that for me, I feel like man right now. Like I said, I think he's the best public speaker. I think it's positive,
When
especially with a
Hassan Sheikh
lot
made a
of
promise,
incidents.
I don't think anyone heard it. Hassan made a promise recently. He said that by the time my presidency is done, me and Al Shabaab are gonna leave Somalia together. Like, and he kushu akadiga aikala Somalia kabihina. So we're gonna hold him to that. We're gonna hold him to that. You understand? I've got a lot.
Simple.
I've got that recording. Yeah, Biria Sobihina like VAR. That's it.
And that's what it is.
And the rest of Somalia cut in it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? No one's gonna free your land. The SNA
But
can only do so much.
The thing is, I feel like the public has to play its part.
You know why they probably have to play their part? Is
Go ahead,
these people, the people that you know, the villages and towns were liberated. These people have been living with Shabab for 15 years. Would you go there, Yakanin? Mesha Shadam, Mesha Galam, good Kuri, Yakanin, you get it? They know more than the government and the SNA will ever know about Shabab.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Legend. Whoa, welcome back home.
Well,
we're back.
I'm glad you're doing this, my brother.
Welcome
back, Khaled. My man, G-Man, welcome. Waka daarin habargedari abgaali isaaq dadka Soomaali u taliyaan halkan joogaan.
Up to they're all in Djibouti, you know.
Waka.
Yeah.
They're sitting there with the Americans.
Waka.
Come on.
Hey, Khaled, I heard Hassan Sheikh gave Musabihi $8 million over there.
I don't know. We have to do our research.
Hey, listen. I want to know.
Do we believe them, guys? Who believes them, guys?
I want to know one thing, right? Faisal Warabi, yeah, last time he was switching it up on us and telling us, listen, Somaliland will never join Somalia. And then all of a sudden, he switched tone and he said, Hassan Sheikh Walandero or Dagalki Gale. You lot have seen the video. What's going on with the Somaliland brothers?
I can explain that for you. As a lander, like I said, no, I'll explain that to you guys, innit? Yeah. Be simple. Hassan Sheikh is doing amazing work. Let's not lie. And you know, and Somalia, we gotta give people their flowers sometimes.
Absolutely.
We gotta give them their flowers, and Hassan Sheikh is doing amazing. Whole Qarambu wada.
Man, Abdi Shakur actually, I think that took an answer that one. Abdi Shakur.
Which one? This question.
Abdi Shakur said, so what do you guys predict in the Hassan Sheikh Mohammed time? You think he will achieve the Al-Shabaab mandate? Will you achieve it? Of course he will. Of course. Absolutely. Currently, as we're speaking, he's already fighting Al-Shabaab. Look, Abdi Shakur, let me ask this question. Back in the day, let's say 2 years ago, I wasn't able to go to Hirshabelle, my area, where I'm from, as an Abgal. I wasn't able to go to Hirshabelle, Aden Yabal. I wasn't able to go to Biado. I wasn't able to go to Wakshik. I wasn't able to go to Johar. G-Man, as a Habirgidr, he wasn't able to go to Galmudug. He wasn't able to go to Galkayo, all the way to Haradera, all the way to Masakawai, all the way down to Al-Bur. That's Galmudug. Today, Alhamdulillah, we are. So let's be honest with each other. Hassan Sheikh is doing a beautiful mandate that is currently going on right now. Al-Shabaab al-Dagalmoya, ana kameshas wa xureenna, inshallah ta'ala, saas aan lagu socon doonaa.
Yeah, but you know, when it comes to the voting system, I think that's a constitutional change the constitution ain't gonna change till Puntland come to the table, and they kind of refusing at this point. So
Waka,
inshallah,
yeah,
there's some time for some negotiation. Remember, like a year and a bit into his presidency. So we hope for the best.
Puntland is معارض. Puntland ومعارض when they don't have any say in the government. Puntland is محافظ when they are president or prime minister.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with
It's
Puntland, we have to pick
it's an awkward
Puntland. They pick and
relationship.
choose. You know, they pick and choose when they want to be Somali and when they don't want to be Somali. And I have to be saying that, and I do apologize, but I have to say that. So currently, as we're speaking, Denny is very upset about the fact that Hassan Sheikh kawaled him. He took all his election votes and every vote that he
Yeah, but
has.
I don't think it went down like that, bro. That's what I'm saying to you. Look, everyone's quick to say that Hassan Sheikh promised him prime minister.
No, he did actually. Wallah, he did. Wallah, he
No,
did.
but if he did, if he would have kicked up a bigger fuss, you know what I believe? You know what I
He did
wholeheartedly
though. He
believe?
did. He
No,
spent more than 5 million.
It don't matter. But listen, you know what I believe? I believe because you need to remember, before even the election happened, then he was already a ma'arad to Farmacho, bro. Before him and Hassan Sheikh already spoke. So he put himself in a hole already. He couldn't back out now and then give Farmacho his votes. He had to give it to Hassan Sheikh. He had no choice, but he put himself in a corner, bro. Do you get it? So I believe he put
But
himself
he
in a
wanted
corner.
to become president. You know that because we know when we
That's
go
what I'm
back
saying
to
to
the
And I
when we
thought,
go back to the election day, right? There was like 4 front runners. If I'm honest with you, 4 front runners. The 4 front runners were
Hassan
it
Sheikh.
was Abdurrahman Shakur, who then
He wasn't a front runner, man. He wasn't a front runner.
left it. Then it was Astaghfirullah. It was Astaghfirullah. It wasn't even Abdurrahman Shakur because he came with 15 votes. It was Sheikh Sharif,
Sheikh Sharif.
and
Hassan Sheikh, Farmacho, and Dini.
Hassan Khair, I mean. And then it was
Oh,
Denny,
yeah,
and it was
Hassan
Hassan Sheikh. Those 4 people were the main runners. So what happened was when we went to the second round, Hassan Khair said, "You know what? I'm gonna get all my people to back Hassan Sheikh." And Abdurrahman Abdul Shakur said, "I'm gonna back all my people and give them to Hassan Sheikh." Sheikh Sharif said, "I'm gonna back all my people to give it to Hassan Sheikh."
I remember when
Yes,
the Hawiyas, I remember they surrounded
exactly.
Sheikh Sharif and they told him, "Pattern up, pussy up, give us the votes."
The fact of the matter is, Denny wanted to become president. Let's be honest with you, because Denny was the second front runner against Hassan Sheikh. He wanted to become, but he couldn't because he didn't have the enough. He didn't have the election. He didn't have the vote for it. So what he did was, rather than, let's be honest with each other, politics is a very dirty game. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're Darod or Hawiya. He said to himself, "I'm not gonna give my own Darod brother, Nin or Sada Darod or Merahan, the votes. I'm gonna give my votes to Nin Mutulot or Hirab or Abgal." Let's be honest with each other. That's why he made that decision, knowing that, thinking that Hassan Sheikh is gonna give him a good position in terms of prime minister, etc. Ah, madaxa laga waalay. Wallahi billah, madaxa laga waalay. Sida madaxa laga waalay, he gave all his election, all his political alliance to Hassan Sheikh, and then afterwards, when he won, Hassan Sheikh booked farta kufrayso.
We need Pulan on side, ala kulli hal.
But we do need them. We do need them. We can't stand a lot. We can't say we don't need Puntland. That's the biggest.
We need them. They've got the biggest land mass. You get their borders are from Bari to Muduk. They've got vital ports. They've got big links around the world. They've got senators and congressmen and fucking bare nations and UN and shit.
You see what my man, a man like Fast said. Puntland is the biggest problem in whole Africa. They're causing problems in Somaliland and in Somalia. Let's be honest with each other. Puntland is confused. Oh, you got school island there. Let's be honest with each other.
Who said that?
A man like Faz.
Yes, it's up in the.
He said Puntland is the biggest problem in whole Africa. They're causing problems in Somaliland and in Somalia, which is true because Puntland actually believes that they are their own entity. their own country. They actually believe that. That's the problem.
Up to door, they're gonna have to come to the table. I told you, all this could be fixed with finances, innit? We need to fix our security, put money in people's pockets. Don't come look at a they don't want to fight. What do you got money and got a nice house, you
Like,
got a car, you're working, you don't want to fight.
G-Man, you see what Abdul Shakur Moment said. Abdul Shakur Moment is very right, because Hassan did promise him that is very right, because he noticed afterwards you have to really elaborate. You have to really think about
No, he probably did, innit? But I'm just
you
like,
have to
it's a theory, innit?
electing, because electing a prime minister is not done through the parliament. Electing a prime minister is not done through the voting system. Electing a prime minister is done through the president. He immediately elects the prime minister. So marka Hassan Sheikh oo dareemo dani in isfahmi karin oo meeshan dagaal ka muuqato. That's why he said, you know what, I can't do it.
How did then his extension be got granted? Yeah, his 2-year extension in Puntland, because he's going for extension on the day.
Denny, you got an extension?
He was going for it. I don't know if they granted it to him. Like he attempted it. My sister, I'm not really involved in Puntland politics like that.
Yeah. I don't think none of us are, really, to tell you the truth.
Kind of hard to gauge.
Going
If
on there.
anyone knows more about Puntland, it's so galani, you get it.
Yeah, Heshonina, where's man him? You get where I'm coming from. Where R is F when you need him? But I don't know, guys. I don't know. Because this
Man like Faz asked about Puntland elections. I think Puntland elections kind of it was a good thing, but at the same time, I think it exposed a lot in it when it comes to like demographics and stuff.
Yeah.
For a massive landmass like that, for like 400,000 only to be registered? It's a bit nuts.
Yeah. We don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Is it true? Because I spoke to him to nah, this is a lie. You guys are lying. We don't know, man. What about this question? Do you feel El Shabaab, once they're defeated, do you believe that Somalia?
Not automatically.
Of course.
No, not automatically. Not automatically. Because this is what people need to understand. A lot of civilians are had the Lakiyya in it. A lot of civilians are had the Lakiyya to fight, have been armed. You get it? So after that, new legislation needs to be formed to disarm a lot of people. You get it? You can't have as much weapons as the fucking state, bro. Some tribes right now got fucking anti-air torrent sugs and things. You get it? So a lot of people need to be disarmed. So that they need to figure out how that's gonna happen.
No, but then again,
I
was gonna say, G man, listen to this. I was gonna say, well, would you El Shabaab's out of the way, prosperity, when people are sick, businesses, people come back, think about it, sleep, I'll just say, all of outside, all that investment comes back.
Yeah.
Normality, people, prosperity is on the way. That we should There's job infrastructure is being created, projects. I think safety is first, and then I feel like it's a domino effect. It will all fall in line.
Most probably, that's what we're hoping for, inshallah.
Inshallah. I think sometimes you gotta keep optimism. What's wrong with my words? Optimism. That's it. Oh my God. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did one of these things. Yeah. So I feel like prosperity, as long as people come out of austerity towards where people are investing, jobs are being created, admika is and they realize there's more to life than actually just fighting each other.
Somalia needs to come out of this 4.5 system, man.
Yeah, but with the IDs, isn't that?
Yeah.
Do you think with the ID cards being introduced, isn't that the?
Yeah, it's work. That's one step towards that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
one major step towards it. That's what a lot of people don't understand.
You know the ID card. I was really thinking about it. You know this ID card. because we have, unfortunately, Somali wal Uktawalugui. Clearly, our flag indicates that Somalia is not one. We have 4 stars. We have 1 star, I beg your pardon. We have 1 star pointing towards 5 individual areas. And those 5 individual areas are Somaliland, Djibouti, Kenya, Ethiopia, and in Somalia. So a lot of countries, for example, look, they have their alliance towards other countries.
I've got a better question. Felix, I've got a better question for you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Do you think it's about time we give up on the NFT and
Absolutely. Why chase people that have no interest?
Yeah. Do you think that's a pipe dream? That's something that's not realistic.
I think that dream
absolutely. It's true. It's absolutely considered right now.
Focus on the people that want to be part of the union.
So
you go to Jigjiga, and you ask these people, what part are you? Even though they might speak the language of Somali language and they understand us, but they're proud Ethiopians. You go to Garissa, there's a guy called Duale. He's a minister. He's the Minister of Defense in Kenya. Guess where his alliance stands?
Even the chat is saying the same thing. We need to focus on the 7.
But Guled, Jima, you know I'm asking you.
I think that's another reason why national ID is there for, bro.
That's what I'm saying to you. My point before you went to this question. My point was the 4.5 system. Clearly indicates what areas we live. Some people, their alliance are more closer there than Somalia. Unfortunately, let's be honest with each other. For example, look, Duale, he's the president of not the president. Sorry, he's the Minister of Defense in Kenya. He said it out from his own mouth. He said, "I'm a Kenyan citizen. I'm going to defend and protect Kenya." Even though he speaks Somali, Wanin Ogaden, or La Garanaya, Kabilkis Wala Garanaya, like in Nikas, he's going to defend Ogaden people. He's going to defend Kenyan people rather than defend the Somali people.
That's a very good question, Khalid. You want to take that because I think I've been called Somaliland sympathizer, so I'll let you take it.
So the question now is, what Somaliland to a gunpoint if others do not want Somali win? That is a very interesting one, and if I give my honest opinion, passionate Somalilanders, I don't.
That's what I said.
We'll get into it. Me and Dapper be notorious.
Shall I be impartial about it? Let me come out, Khalid. The two Khalids, wait. Let me be the impartial one, innit? Before you lot go into battle, you get it? So I'll tell you what I believe, personally. I believe this ID card only strengthens the reason why Somaliland shouldn't leave. Do you understand? Because with this ID card, automatically it makes Hawiye and Isaac the first and second majority of the country. You understand? Because the population dynamic changes automatically. Majority of Darods, not all of them, but a large proportion of them are in Killikashana, the NFD, and Minnesota and Ohio. In the 7, us 2 will be majority. And if it goes to 1 man, 1 vote, that's even worse. You get it? Vice President, President, you get it? So that's my opinion. You can take it from there.
Okay. Daps, you want to go? And I'm gonna say, yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. At the end of the day, I believe that Somaliland is not at the same level as Namakan Ujedi, Ethiopia and Kenya. They're still part of us. They still believe in us. They still love us. But unfortunately, due to political reasons, they stayed away from us. So there's still possibility of reuniting and becoming one Somalia. laakiin waxaa fiican maogtaa nimankan u jeedii reer waqooyi Soomaaliya koonfur galbeed iyo waqooyi Soomaaliya isku imaadaan oo runta isku sheegaan anaga cadowgeen way badan tahay cadow badan ay meesha noo joogaan that don't like us, that want to see us separating more into more flags. Now look at us. We have 6 states in Somalia, or 7 states. Yes. And each state has their own ideology, has their own way of living. And now we even getting more states. Khartoum state wants to build a Hiran state. There's so many other states that I can't even mention to you. So Mesha ain't got a prank land, if I'm honest with you. I was referring earlier to Somaliland, prank land, but Somalia is turning into prank land.
What do you think about what I said, in my opinion?
Who, me? Yeah, personally?
What I said, like, look, my opinion in it. And
how so you think, you're trying to say the ID cards benefit landers and Konfurka? Who is in the socks?
Because to the couple,
but the problem with that is, my brother, there's more than Hawi again.
Yeah.
So to be adalat and to be fair.
No, but all we have to do is do right by the smaller tribes. Do them correct, be fair and just to them, and be good leaders, but we'll dominate the presidency. Especially if it goes to one man, one vote. Especially if it goes to one man, one vote.
But wouldn't that cause more? Do you think? Because I hate to say there's certain tribes that
it depends what kind of.
Let's be honest. There's certain people that they're not gonna rest. They'd rather cause mayhem than see a united forefront, like the peninsula to be united. And we'll be honest. There's certain people that they don't want that.
Well, Somalia. The reason why Somalia is in the state is in right now, kind of personally, I believe. After Siad Barre, the power vacuum that was caused, we're still living the remnants of it. There's no one. Every country in the world has a dominant either class or dominant family or dominant race, whatever it is, or tribe or whatever you get. So what Somalia has, after we kicked out our dictator, we have 3 big tribes that still haven't decided who's going to take charge. The power vacuum is still there, bro. So there's either 2 ways that the power vacuum gets plugged, you get it? It's either we do it through combat, you understand, and do this winner takes all thing, whoever wins, or we do it by coalition. Remember, there's 3 of us in it. If 2 get together, that's it. The third can't say much. It's simple maths.
But for me, it's like I said.
But I have a counter question. Like, how are you gonna force people that don't want you?
That's exactly what I was about to.
We can't.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Somalia saying no is a no. But this is the problem, though. Somalia right now, we're in a difficult position because look what's happening look what's happening in Las Anod. Your borders are, you get it? How they right now, the South, the federal state, they can promise you. Somalia come to the table, they can promise you that your borders go back to
you raise a good point. Well, let's talk about Las Anod for a second, right? So let's say Somaliland right now, what they're saying is, look, Somalia, you're holding us hostage. Somalia, you're holding us hostage. We want our independence. Right
rejoin Somalia today, I guarantee you Hassan Sheikh will recognize the borders of SSC as part of Somaliland. Because he doesn't want that to bleed into Puntland. You get it?
But it used to be already Puntland, dog, G-man. You have to understand that. Used to, Las Anod and Gojad and all those, they used to be part of Puntland back in the days.
Forget what they used to be, bro. That's what it is. You get it? That's what it will be. You understand?
But my question is this. Let's say, for instance, Somaliland wants to become part of Somalia. All right? No, sorry, I beg your pardon. Somaliland is saying currently, listen, we are our sovereign country. We want to stand with our laws and rules, etc., etc. And don't hold us hostage, which I kind of understand. Are they not doing the same thing towards the Khartoum state people?
After their borders, they're deciding it.
That's
Whose
what I'm
border?
saying.
Whose border?
Yeah.
Whose border? Whose border?
The government that is currently in the north.
Oh, nin British border kaas ku abuureen
No,
borders
no,
baa ku
no,
soconaysa.
no. It's not the British borders. You need to understand. A year and a half ago,
Qabil
Khartoum.
listen, we Somalis believe in Qabil, right or wrong? How can I come to you? How can I, for example, as an Abga, come to a Habirgid area and say, this border is mine? It makes no sense, though.
No. But if they were fighting for Qabil purposes, that's Qabil, that's their land. Even Somalia
But the SSC border is the Harti border. There's a Darut border.
I do not understand what Somalia is fighting for. Somalia is fighting for a part of their border bleeding into a neighboring state. This is the psyche of Somaliland. Nothing to do with Qabil. It's like had it right now. Let's say Abu Dawar said to the federal government, "I'm a part of Ethiopia right now." Do you think the federal government will be like, "Yeah, no problem, enjoy yourself"?
Yo, Fahad, pull up Fahad, innit? Let Fahad join the live.
No, do you understand?
Fahad, I think it's someone else.
Yeah, do you
I think that's someone else. It's not our Fahad, it's someone else, man.
All right, say that.
Your name. Say that again, Gulet. Wallah.
After Somaliland, if it was Qabil borders, it would be something like Havarjallo versus SSC, Dulbahante. Not even with Singili and Majeted. What they're fighting for, SSC are fighting to become, rejoin a nation they used to be a part of. A year and a half ago, SSC was a part of Somaliland. A year ago, they were part of Somaliland. They want to leave and annex the land and rejoin a neighboring state in the eyes of Somaliland. Somaliland don't want their borders to bleed into another country. That's what they're fighting for. Do you understand what I'm trying to get to you with that part?
No, I get where you're coming from. But my question is this, right? I want you guys to understand this point and this concept. Somaliland is fighting for their freedom and saying that we want to build our own constitution. We want to build our own country and be sovereign. Am I right to assume that? Yes or no?
With our 30 years, with
right.
our 30 years, with our with our 30 years agreed borders. Our borders that we agreed that we had for 30 years.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Even with that concept, I will go along with your concept. Okay. Even with the agreed borders.
And a part of the agreement, the Garad's grandfather Mohai was there and fully involved in it.
All right. Fair enough. Let's even go with that. Let's even go with that logic. All right. Fair enough. I will take that logic. All right.
He's got a. Before you go, let's just welcome Fuad Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, Fuad.
Assalamu alaikum, Fuad.
Alaikum salam wa alaikum salam.
Welcome. Carry on with your points.
Yeah, good to be back, brother.
Okay. Finally.
I told you, Khalid. I told you this is the same Fuad we know.
Nah. All right. Cool.
All right. So, but my point is this, right?
Nah, that's two Fads. That's two Fads.
That blue Fad is not you, innit?
Nah.
I'm saying it's not him, man. Fad's a mod. He's an admin. He's a mod on this channel.
Oh, I see.
Finally, we got Inakena Emid. So I like the points. All nice little Darod Hawiya Isaq. I like this.
Let me land this.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is this, right? Somalida high school game وقتها جوفا كستا مال عدقين. And when we look at Rahwena, they live in a certain region. When we look at Dir, they live in a certain region. When we look at Hawiya, they live in a certain region. Darod and Isaq, etc. Everyone lives in a certain region. ماشي القبيل إلهي سبحانه وتعالى القرآن زعودا موقتا لتعارفتوا هالسكبرتوا. And for us, unfortunately, due to history, we were colonized by 3 countries: Britain, Italy, and Spain. France. And they created borders. They created borders to separate us, to indifferentiate us, and etc. Lakin, when you look at Khartoum state, especially Las Anod, هذا نمان أكتر دول بهانتو، هذا نمان أكتر ون سجلي، أو هرتي دارود or will you So when it comes to that, every region in Somalia belongs to a certain tribe. The people of SEC are saying, this is my region. This is my region that was controlled in 2000. Was it in 2008 till 2009? I'm not remembering the date exactly, but under Puntland administration. After it became a Somaliland administration. So if Somaliland is saying we're going to follow the borderline, why did they not implement those regulations before 2009? Why did they now start changing their laws and say, you know what, this region is Somaliland? We have to ask ourselves.
What regulations? Okay.
But because if you go on, if you look up and Google it, SSC, Somal, Las Anod, and Gorjad, and Sol and Sanak used to be part of.
Sol and Sanak are big regions, bro.
But
Sol,
no,
Sanak, and Ain, that's what it stands for.
Sol and Sanak and Ain used to be part of Puntland.
Not really.
No, it was before the 60s. I think it was.
Not
it was
before
part of
the
British.
60s.
Yeah, go on.
Go on. I don't know what happened to Dapper, but I don't think he likes to hear other people. So anyone could get sent for a little while.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, bro. Before the 60s, it was part of the British protectorate.
That's what I'm saying. As a bootlander from the great city of Calcutta, Garowe, your thoughts? We were talking about IDs, and a lot of people are saying that bootland's the only people. So, what's your thoughts on this? The ID cards, the power sharing. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's good on the long term, bro. I think it's good. We need to know who's who.
I mean, Somaliland and Puntland have had ID cards for about nearly 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I
know. So the South is just catching up. You get
they're catching up, yeah.
They're catching up. So, what's your thoughts on Hassan Sheikh as his first? What's your thoughts?
Nah, I need to judge him like when his term is finished. You know, that's where you can judge him.
Okay.
Before that, you can't really say much.
Yeah. Abdi said the borders were one. Somaliland and what's that agreement is baseless.
It's not really baseless, Abdi Yusuf. It's not really baseless, bro. Because if you look at the before 1960, bro, it's quite clear. Yeah, it's quite clear, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know
it's there on the maps. It's there on Google. It's there for everyone to see. In the books.
But for me, it's just Khartoum's flippy floppy.
Yeah.
This group, 1 minute apart. This group, they don't know what they want.
I think they do want their own Khartoum state, bro. But I think they failed. So they want to be part of Puntland now because of the war.
Okay, but half of them do. Half of them don't. There's a lot of people that I speak to. Yeah, there's a lot of people I speak to. They're saying we're Somalilanders. So it's all confusing.
Yeah. Because you know, I heard like Dulbahante, they went to Gojad in Estland uniform, bro. As Estlanders. So like, I don't know what's going on.
We all don't know. Like, this is what I'm saying. Because for me, I would like to get because I've got a couple of.
I thought they're all united on this Khartoum state, bro.
I don't think so, because there's a lot of them saying, bro, we didn't. This is decisions made out of our hands.
Yeah.
Get egged on, done by Ain Khan. Apparently, the Garad's arrested right now in Ethiopia. That's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Why did he get arrested, though? I still don't get it.
We don't know. But that's a whole conversation I really, really want to have as well. And we might do that next Sunday, because we're going to be doing streams every Sunday. You already know where the channel is. But there's a lot to discuss about that. Topic that everyone wants to discuss.
Yeah, that's a good topic. That's a good topic.
Because I feel like we could get to the nitty-gritty of that topic, and I feel like a lot of people are very interested in what's happening. But at the same time, like I say, you're a Puntlander. It is what it is, you know.
It is
Like,
what it is.
I like peace and prosperity for everyone. I believe in this whole great song. It's never gonna happen. I believe new ideas forward. K's back again.
Never say never, though.
I don't
Mr.
know.
Speakers.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the Matrix.
yes. So I
That's the
don't.
Matrix. Yeah, but Mr. Speakers, never say never. There. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we can do, what we cannot do. But at the same time, so that's a whole different conversation that we need to have for another day. That
Yes.
okay. What did this
You know
person
what?
say?
I don't
Okay.
understand.
Yes,
I don't
Dapper.
understand people telling me that Las Anod used to be.
Say that again. Mugoy.
Las Anod used to be borderline in 1960. It's bullshit. Las Anod used to be up to 2007 and it's part of Puntland. After Somaliland forces took over Las Anod, it became fully Somaliland. So if we want to be honest with each other, if we want to be honest with each other,
Go check the
I'm
borders, bro.
checking history right now. Why do you think
Go check history, bro. Go check it.
Okay. So listen, are you telling me right now? Are you telling me right now that Las Anod was never under Puntland administration?
No, I never said that. It was, bro. Of
So
course.
my point is this. Listen to my
Of
point
course.
very carefully, my brother. My point is this. Before it used to be Somaliland administration, it used to be Puntland administration, and is a fact. It was taken over by Somaliland administration in 2007, and then since then it was occupied by Somaliland administration.
Occupied. That's a strong word.
Used to be Puntland, and that's a fact. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm not making this history up, and it's a fact.
We need to see the evidence.
The evidence. Allah, yeah.
It's out. Where is more? We need to see more evidence on that.
Dapper,
You know
what was the claim, Dapper? That
I don't know.
SSC is. Okay. I want to hear his argument. Oh.
I don't know.
Yo, Dapper, why are you in the Matrix with there? Dapper.
I think his battery. I don't know. I think we're not sure.
You lot, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You went quiet for a little bit.
No, what I'm saying to you is this.
Yeah. Is it me who's gone quiet again? Or you got a phone?
The connection is bad in
the connection seems to be bad when the informations are correct, yeah?
No, what are you cutting off?
Must now. You blame us now. Hey, you're gonna blame Somaliland for your poor internet connection. The way Somaliland gets blamed for everything, even people's internet connections. It's crazy.
Well, Leo, Khalid, SS, at the end of the day, listen, we need to do this more. We need to get the Somali brothers involved. We need to talk about politics. Yeah, we're
getting up again, man. It's gonna be remember, as long as we're consistent, and that's on my behalf. But every day, 8 o'clock, and we're gonna be smashing out streams left, right, center. But next week, I feel like we need to get into in depth with this last Arnold on. Sorry, pardon my Somali again. I don't like to swear.
Man like fast. Just because Puntland administrator doesn't legally mean he belongs to Puntland. He's conflicted. Whatever his name is. What's his name again?
Man like Faz.
Every Somali was karanayan. Yeah. qabiil Soomaalidu qabiil lagu garanaya oo maanta qabiil ahaan meel kala deganaya Alhamdulillah. You can't go to Hiran and say I'm from this area and it belongs to me as a Isaac person. I have to be honest with you. It's قصة comedian عادي أنا نقول me as a person from Abgal tribe, I cannot go to Garaway and say I'm from that region. Of kasto is Garanaya, Melak Fas. Yeah? People that live in Las Anod are mostly Wansagili or Dulbahanto. Waniman Ukta Hartidarot.
Oh, where are you forgetting how much Charles? You're forgetting how much Charles.
Oh,
من ماشي انت
Garahad is Kasway with that.
no قرحت اسمه حبة شعله.
But how would you Sol is Ragdig?
Of course. Sol no واحد Sol سناك واحد Sol واحد دقن حبر يونس ورسنجلي أي حاجة هو سن
حبر يونس أدقن لكن قرحجس أو بدو حد دقن عيد قلا أدقن
عيد قلا ما دقنا. This is what I'm saying. You like no عيد قلا هركيسي وملا زي دقن.
You said to me in Sol عيد كلمة مجوامية.
Mate, it's only حبر يونس كلي أمشي دقة.
No way speakers. ده صاد قبيل ده سو.
هذا فير I can give you فير بلدوين.
عرقابية وبدن.
Yeah, Beledweyne. I'll give you an example. As a scholar in Beledweyne, there is نمكان وجد حوالي who are majority, who are the governors who are ruling the area. نمكان هيران أكتا وجدي. And at the same time, guess who lives with them? Air live with them. Mursada live with them. Ojijin live with them. When you go to all the way down to Hirshabelle, نمكان وجد أبقال مدحوينه. Who lives with them? All those other people live with them. When you come to Galmudug, who is the president? وأنا ما كان أوجد دي هبرجذر. وأنين حاج سليمان أو خرقور. Who live with them? مرسدة live with them. أبقال live with them. نما كان أوجد دي مرحان live with them. So if you go to Puntland, if you go to Puntland, who lives with Majartan? بعد دقن أكتر نمكان عرب صالح أجوجان نمكان دلبانتا أجوجان نمكان وسجلي أجوجان. So listen, everyone has a region. قبيل كسته هذا أو الساق ما تحشيكين كرتا بربر زيلو هرجيس يبرع.
صولي سناغن.
ورا نمكان دارات حق ما كقادنا صديق حق ما كقادنا إيشك.
مش عرقابه all that territory واحد دقن 70% وحبريونس
70%
70%
17 or 70
70
لا حول بين اسكو شيء وساب بين
عادي حتى إذا قال ماشي you don't even know عدة دقن ماشي
ورا إذا بحاجة إن مكان أوجد حاجة إن حبر يونس الدقن إذا كلا أجن that's all
لا This is why I say to a lot of people, don't discuss regions that doesn't.
So where do they live though?
Where
do they live though?
No, one second. Yeah. Argue for the sake of arguing. Yeah. If you know the Gala, to Ali Melasi Digini, they live over there. Garhatches a squeehin, they live majority of the Muslim.
No, you can say majority live there, but who is currently, as we are speaking, if you go to Sanak, مش قدوميها ملحقة.
تواني هبر يونس the mayor of Araqab وايو.
بالحقوق قاعدة مركز حقوق
ما حتى
والله حقوق
majority rules ما majority rules. Forget I don't think you know the makeup of Mugoy yeah.
والله أنا قرنا أنا أكتب القوي إسكت كونفور إيه والقوي أكل قرنا مقالد ده.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
coming from a stance where forget Sanak حاجة من نودك you're talking about yeah it's up there Araqabo all of that regions there
no what that is saying is you got to give Dulbahante credit.
Yeah.
Give them the due.
No, what I'm saying is this. Look. What I'm saying is this. Me, if I was today, for example, if I go to هتفيري هاي الماشي أكتر ماشي أنا جاgan مرصدة أجوجان meesha ana joogo oo madaxweyne ka ah waxaa joogaan nimankan ujeedii ceer ah joogaan. So just because ceer iyo those people live there doesn't mean it belongs to them.
Do you want to answer it? There's a question for you on the table.
A man like Faz, yo, do you understand there are pro-SL citizens who lived in Nas'anod? Or pro-Mesha Malaghallo Sahib. Mesha Halloya, deegaanka yaa asal u ah. Adigoo isaaq.
Who's majority?
Dul harti, sidee asal u tahay isheg?
Dul harti xagee ka tahay? Oh my God.
So you say to me, Nas'anod is not Dur.
Read this comment. Read this comment. Read this comment here.
SS, bring up man like Faz to the.
No, but I want to understand this.
I don't know if Faz is being a bit shy. You're saying a lot, but you're nothing.
No, if you want to say, xugnimada ku qaado laakiin ana waxa ka hadlooyaa asalka yaa deegaankaas yaa asal u ah. But ana intaas ka hadlooyaa.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. Who's the original? We can talk about majority.
I'm not
saying. We
talk
about majority.
Galkacay, for example. Not to smear anyone, but Galkacay yaa iskale. Galkacay waxaa iskale waxaa lahaayeen nimankan u jeeda majeerteen. Maanta yaa ka qaatay Habir Gidir. Banaadir yaa iskala. Banaadir waxaa lahaayeen nimankan u jeeda Ajuraar yaa ka qaatay maanta Abgala ka qaatay. Tacaddaa facande. I'm not talking about bashing anyone or putting people down or da. I'm talking about historical facts. Yaa deegaanka iskale. So
you're saying SSC belongs to Khartoum, isn't it?
What I'm saying is this: Hartid Darod, it belongs to Hartid Darod. That region, I have to give it to them. That region, it belongs to Hartid Darod.
I mean, fair enough if that's your stance, but I think it's Sol Sanag and Ain is a big region, bro. It's a huge region.
I'm not including Ain. All I'm saying is Sol and Sanag. Either ka Ain al-Meshan al-Soq.
Okay, SC. Let's just say SC.
Ha.
Yeah. So you're saying SC is majority Harti Darod?
Majority waxaa daga meeshaan nimankan u tawasa gili iyo Durbaanto. Laakiin unfortunately, due to the fact of political reasons, and Somaliland and Isaac being the majority ruling family in Somaliland, Qabil marka laga hadlo, I have to be honest with you guys and be realistic with you guys. Qabil marmar, if you are the majority, meel badan augta shafta u deyn karta in terms of like you can take over a lot of regions, and that don't belong to you. So just because you are the ruling family, you are the ruler, for example, or حتى مقطع magaalada قدوميها magaalada ata مثل hebel ata, doesn't mean it belongs to you. Magaala kasta caasimadiisa oo magaala kasta oo maanta degaan qof u degan, they have a certain people that live that area for years and years and years.
Yeah, but they both lived there for years and years and years, you know.
That's my opinion. I believe that it's not. How is it possible that we go to Garowe all the way down to Bosasa, all the way down to Las Anod? All those regions are Hartidarod, and all of a sudden it turns from Hartidarod to Isaac. Come on, bro.
That's where the mix is, and I think the mix between Dir and Darod is Sol Sanag, bro. That's where they meet.
runta fiican runta la isku sheegay meesha ogta xoog lagu qaatay magaalada si daacad
Allah keep saying xoog daanu si daacad ban kula hadlay xoog respectfully wallahi you're showing your arrogance.
No, but listen, if I'm arrogant, I would say to you right now, Mogadishu belongs to Abgal, but Mogadishu unfortunately doesn't belong to Abgal. Xoog ku qaateen. Galkacay doesn't belong to Habir Gidir. Habir Gidir xoog ay ku qaateen. Ma runta fiican in laga sheekeeyo taariikhda sida u dhacda fiican oo lagu sheekeeyo.
So you're saying honestly, so you're telling me Abgal came and took over Mogadishu?
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Have you not heard of Ajuran Empire?
Yeah.
Have you not?
Hello. Ninka mu aamusay iyo. Hello.
Ha.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second. Yeah, maqal wuu jiraa. Say that again.
I said to you, did you not hear about the Ajuran Empire?
Hey, what?
The Ajuran Empire, where did they used to rule? They used to rule from Hamar all the way down to Muduk, even all the way down to Bariga. They used to rule, right or wrong. From I'm not sure roughly the years, but they used to rule until the 1700. From the 1700, the new rulers were the Hirab Imamate.
It's really a sultanate. It's really a sultanate.
Yeah?
It's really a sultanate. It's not really a imamate. It's really a sultanate.
Hirab Imamate alada in New York.
I know that's what the people say, but the leader is called Sultan. Bro.
The leader is called Imam Yaqub. What are you talking about?
No, well, I've seen Sultan, bro. I've seen the title Sultan.
There's no Sultan. We don't have Sultan. Hirab Imamate was no Sultan. There was a Bokhr or Yaqub Lado. Imam Yaqub Lado. There was no Sultan.
Bokhr or Imam?
Imam.
Okay.
So until the Ajuran Empire used to rule those regions. runta fiican anaka ogta abgaal xaaska deganaa shabeellada hoose iyo shabeellada dhexe iska deganaan habirgeeda wuxuu joogay meeshan la mudug ay joogeen when we then put down their empire and we became the ruling empire, what did we become? Because Abgal became the ruling empire and the measure of the OJD.
Someone said in the south there was the Geledi and the Ijuran. Like I said, Dapper, you're doing revisionary history. You're just making up your own.
I'm just saying, the guy he's saying right now, the guy he's saying is in the south there was the Geledi and Ajuran. What did I say? The Ajuran was the ruling empire. So exactly what I said, what he's saying. I don't
know. I think I think you're getting.
أنا تاريخ قرينا إنه أو تاريخ ذا وقت إساق وقت هبر أول كسرتي. أنا تاريخ صبرت صاحبه. أنا ما تاريخ مكبر كريمية. أنا تاريخ مكبر كري صاحب. أنا I don't have time to pull a pen and a pencil out there. أنا تاريخ مكبر كري. At the end of the day تاريخ ذا صومالي براء. ما تمشي حقوق ملوك شيكرو ماشي حقوق ملوك شيكرو قف صومالي شنت صومالي واسقرنا قف قصة دجال وليها دجال هذا هنا هشيكنا هو عرنا دجال كان سمعه أنت سوقو تلنا مثلا تاريخ يقول برنا هذا كل شيء.
I think man like Fasid remixing things, man. He's got his own thing going on, bro. Just not me.
Nah. Dabba been on point on many things. Dabba been on point. I ain't gonna lie.
There's many things.
Khalid was ignorant. Unfortunately, I have to be honest with you. He doesn't anything that is against Somaliland concept. He's standing against it. Unfortunately, it's not you who killed the Somaliland dream, Abu. Is you Saad Musa? Is you Saad Musa who killed the 33 years old dream?
You're making up your own history, man. Like
Fahad just said right now, Khalid is on point. He just said to me right now, I'm on point.
Yeah, but there's another.
The person that's right now on your right, he said, I'm on point.
Yeah. So many things you're on point, up. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
There we go. So if I'm on many things on point, doesn't mean that because I don't reach or meet your criteria, Khalid, you have to stand against me. Listen to my points. Argue my points in an intellectual manner rather than dismissing it.
I haven't dismissed nothing. I'm just saying, just the chat. Everyone's seeing that some of your stuff is.
Forget about the chat. The chat can put a heart emoji on. So you're gonna put it up?
No.
Go easy, Dapper. Go easy.
Therefore,
relax, Urea.
Argue the points and have an intellectual conversation with me rather than focusing on the chats.
Part of the conversation is 50% of the conversations involved in the chat. So, like the person said, that for clan borders.
Hey, okay, man, like come join the live there. Stop being a happy trigger. Join the live and put your point across, and we're gonna debate it respectfully. No one's gonna insult each other. We're gonna talk about politics. Come join the live. And let's talk about it, man. Like fast.
Some people feel comfortable to talk there. Some people feel comfortable to say what they're saying.
Dadka ogtahay oo shaashada garaaca, dadka shaashada garaacaya ogtahay qiimo miile.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, I'm saying again. Look, the brother said a great. You're arguing fallacious points.
My guys, man, like I said, Dapper is arguing for clan borders. It's 2020. There we go. So someone who is saying it's 2023, I mean, you unfortunately are not on the same page. Unfortunately, sorry. 2023, and then you want to talk about clan. Unfortunately, Somalia is based on clan. قرآن الله سبحانه وتعالى عقدة ألف لام راء تلك آيات الكتاب المبين. سما فاهمين. قرآن كأكتر حاله قرآن أكتر لتعارفت القرآن كالسكو برتو. If you are dismissing clans, it's not my fault, unfortunately. But Somalia is built on clans, and every clan has a certain region. If you are just stronger and bigger and you have more guns, go and you can take the regions. Unfortunately, you can. Yes, absolutely you can. But haduta sheegin ana meeshan ogta deegaana iskala ana meeshan ogta xukumo. No. History goes way back than just a couple of days.
Yeah. What do you think about that latest comment, Yuri?
Allah boy, Somaliland was 4.5 squad off. Somaliland was 1.5, not 4.5. Somaliland was 1.5. Somaliland is 1.5. One is Isaac, the 0.5 ونما كانوا جدي سمرون يدير was Gilly فقشيني دلبهانته.
But to be fair, you know, there was this Samaron Malahine. He was there for like a long time. I think 2 terms.
That was 21 years ago. No, sorry, beg about 31 years ago or 32 years ago.
No. It's recently. I forgot his name.
Recent.
Okay.
Samaron was one of the founding presidents. Hakal was a recent.
No, there was one recently. I forgot his name.
You are.
There was only one. There was only one Samaron president in Somaliland.
Brother, you don't know what you're saying.
Allah ba'ay. Adukta heat ka kugarad khali. Heat ka kugarad.
Ano may garin?
As soon you mention Somaliland, Khalid heat ka garin mukta because he's the one that killed the Somaliland dream. As a Saad Musa is the one that killed the 33-year-old dream. It's not me who killed it.
My friend, you've said a lot, but you're not saying nothing at the same time.
Yeah, but as speakers, I forgot his name.
Go post the comments, Khalid.
What was his name?
Got you back in it. Go post the comments. The comments got you back. Go post it.
Yeah. Look what man said. He said it again. In Somaliland can live anywhere in Somaliland from Older to Los Angeles. Zimbabwe really all
أعوذ بالله فلا أسكو آخرنا ما شاء شيء والله جاتكم أنا قبضت إذا قدوا يا بنا.
The chat is part of the conversation, man. The chat, but you know what? It is a fantastic topic. Like I said, we have to get into it maybe next week, and we're gonna end it. You guys stay behind the back stream. Please hit up the like button, share the content. Next week Sunday we're back again. We're gonna chop up something.
Why don't you post the 1.5? Only comments says that benefit you're gonna post up. Yeah. What about the 1.5? The guy that put why don't you put that up? Somaliland is 1.5. Waka Somaliland 1.5.
See, again,
the main ruler.
We have system, my brother.
Well, your system is 1.5. I can't lose that. Mesh أنا أكتر أو 4.5 كسعودي. هذا 1.5 أتاع.
The longest resigning president in Estland's history. Well, it's not even a sock. But we have people. Sorry, Abdi, man like Faz. You know, we have people like this. One vision. What it is.
dadka runta ka cararayaan
أنا runta waan ka helaa
dadka runta ka cararayaan Soomaali waxay ku mahmaa
next
inta ma kala aaday Madiina aawe dadkaas camal aad tahay
I don't know what type of mahmah is that. This one's to do the original mahmah. And Holga Sugantan came with Walla, we do the mahmah, but Aroska Malugu Raga Malaga Rago. It's been very interesting. You guys stay right there and just give you a second. Guys, join us next Sunday. Know where it's to be. We're locked back in. We've got interesting topic. We might dive into that last and we'll go. Let's get into that tomorrow, next Sunday. I don't mind getting into that.
Inshallah.
Just a second.